Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing a review for the Civil War story arc graphic novel. And yeah, very fast. I know I haven't done that many comic book reviews in a long while, like in many months. Um, I'm gonna try to get back into that soon. I actually was gonna do a few comic book reviews a couple weeks ago, about maybe 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, who knows. But funny enough, some of the comics I was gonna review literally went missing, and I have to buy them all over again. And yeah, so fuck. I'm not gonna say which ones are the ones who are missing. And I searched everywhere. I don't know where the fuck they went. So yeah, I'm sorry on that. But right now, Civil War comic book review. Um, Before I begin, 10 second spoiler warning. Warning for those who have yet to actually read this graphic novel and haven't already. Stop the video, go check it out and read it, and then come back and watch the rest of this review. 10 second spoiler warning, as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch, who have yet to read the comic book review, the comic book, graphic novel, whatever. For those who have yet to actually read this and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me that never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So as usual, likes in this so quick synopsis, likes in this sex, and then the rate. So it starts off with these group of heroes, and I use the term heroes loosely. They're like reality show stars, I want to say. Yeah, reality star heroes, and they're going after this group of villains. One of them is called Nitro, and he has the power to explode. And he uses that power, and he explodes, and it kills right around 600 people, a lot of children, the rest of the other villains who are with him, and the heroes who are going after him, the reality crew, reality show crew, etc., etc. After this, there's a public outcry for superheroes and supervillains to be controlled by the government, so to speak, to be surveillanced. Captain America, he takes the opposing side, saying no, freedom for the people or freedom for the superheroes, and Iron Man says that we need to be trained properly by the government. We need to be surveillanced, and we actually need to do stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna say I thought I was gonna enjoy this a lot more. Uh, my major issue with the comic book, with this comic book graphic novel story arc, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that it's just really one-sided, in my opinion. You more or less, I've never read this before. Before I read this, before I read this, all I knew about the comic is who was in it, some of the major plot points. I knew Peter Parker revealed his secret identity to the world. I knew that much, and I knew that Captain America went underground and that he was arrested at the end. Um, but yeah, but I feel like as I was reading this, it felt really one-sided and more towards Iron Man's side. Like they do give hints of Captain America's side and what he stands for, and he says that he stands for the rest of superheroes. They don't want to be discriminated against. We've always been discriminated against. Um, and we shouldn't be, if they don't want to do this, they shouldn't be able to, etc., etc. However, they give like some vague points for Captain America's side, but then you go to Iron Man's side, they give like a lot of points in detail with like sub explanations. So it's like, yeah, they need to be trained, and if they're trained, they're gonna be doing this, and that because of this and this and that and that and that and this and that. So I'm like, it just felt really one sided, especially towards Iron Man's side. And for this being Civil War, I was thinking, we get to see both sides with proper arguments that are somewhat evenly matched. And not really. We see Captain America become a rebel. And again, it's really one sided. It's more towards. It shows Iron Man in a favorable position and Captain America in a really dishonorable position, in my opinion. I like Captain America, and this showed him in a really dishonorable position. And I like Iron Man as well, and that showed him it should have been even. It should have been even, evenly favorable. They should have been both. We should have been rooting for both of them to a certain extent. At the same time, yes, Iron Man, do that, but then at the same time, yes, Captain America, do that. But no, you're always rooting for Iron Man. Either A, you're always if you want Iron Man to win, then you're always rooting for him. But if you want Captain America to win, then you're just like, what the fuck where's my Captain America moment? Where's the good part for Captain America? And the closest he gets is to that is when he reveals how he was able to get information from Iron Man's side. So yeah, I mean, I just felt like it was really one-sided. I will say some of the major beats of this, the major key moments were well done. When Goliath, I believe that's the character's name, dies, Spider-Man's reveal was actually really funny with J. Jonah Jameson. That was actually really hilarious. I was actually wondering what the hell was his reaction gonna be. And so yeah, there was this one part where Daredevil got captured. That was pretty good in my opinion. Yeah, I'm a little bit confused on the ending. Is there a second part to Civil War? I mean, I know they're doing Civil War 2 this year, but I mean, is there a second part to this actual Civil War? Because I thought at the end of Civil War, Captain America dies, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe that was Fallen Son, which is another story arc, but I was almost positive that he died in this story arc. And then you have the villains who are also kind of there. The villains are kind of just extra. They come in for like one issue to try to capture Spider-Man and Captain America, and it's kind of just there. So yeah, I mean, again, they mishandled some of the characters. You may just say, "Oh, I'm just a Captain America fanboy." No, I like Iron Man and Captain America equally, and I felt it did a real dishonor to Captain America, and it showed Iron Man in too high praise. Like Iron Man, they gave too much positives. They gave too much positive light to Iron Man to the point that it just became annoying and sickening, and you just wanted him to lose, but you knew he was gonna win because of the natural progression of how this is gonna go. So yeah, I will say the artwork is great. Yeah, by who did this? Who did the artwork? Was it Frank Miller? Mark Miller. Sorry, that's the writer. First off, who's the yeah? The penciler is Steve McNiven. Who did the art? Let's see. Colorist is Maury Hollowell, and inkers are Dexter Vines, Mark Morales, Steve McNiven, John Dell, and Tim Townsend. So yeah, those are, I guess, the artists. The art is really well done. I will say that much. I really did enjoy the arts. You have some pretty cool action scenes here with Captain America, one of the first ones. That was pretty cool. And then let me see if I can find the page. The scene where Goliath dies, that was incredible in my opinion. So yeah, I mean, that was with Ragnarok. Ragnarok is Thor's clone, like robotic clone, and he kills Goliath. And that was actually a pretty cool scene in my opinion, the way it kind of played out. I really did enjoy that. Where the hell is the scene though? And I just want to show you how, because it's actually, the artwork for that, it's actually really great and well done in my opinion. It's like really beautiful. Let's see if I can find it. Actually, this is actually a pretty cool shot too. That's a great shot. So yeah, but we're almost getting here. And then here we have Thor Ragnarok, or whatever I'm gonna call him, the Thor clone. And right around here is when he kills Goliath. Where the fuck is this scene? Here we go. It's a great, incredible scene. You see the blood splatter, all great, electrocution. Everybody's just like, what the fuck just happened? So, yeah, because they think it's Thor. They don't know it's Ragnarok. They still think it's Thor. So, yeah, I mean, you have the Fantastic Four in this. The Fantastic Four actually play a huge issue part in this. You have John who gets beat up at the beginning. You have Sue and Reed who have like marriage problems because of the Civil War. And the thing, he's kind of just like there. The thing is kind of just like there, but the marriage problems between Reed and Sue, that becomes so devastating, and because of the Civil War, it gets so devastating to the point that Sue and Johnny both decide to join Captain America's side. So you do have some good, decent wins for Captain America, but I feel like they just elaborate more on the wins that Iron Man gets, and it becomes kind of tiring and boring after a while. Yeah, you know Iron Man's gonna win. Like even logically, off the first, even if you just read the first issue, you more or less know how this is gonna go. There's no way Captain America would have won. Um, it is a bit predictable with the outline. You know they're gonna fight. There had to be at least one death. I'm not gonna lie. There had to be at least one death. They couldn't have gone completely unscathed. So there would have had to be at least one death, and Iron Man at the end would have somehow won because safety over freedom of the people. That's how it's normally gonna go. So yeah, it is a bit predictable. I will say I was largely disappointed, especially with what they did with Captain America, but it's still a pretty good story arc as a whole. And yeah, I mean it is thrilling. It's just disappointing with how they do with what they do with some of the characters. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a decent comic. It is, you should read it right before the movie comes out or after the movie or whatever. You should read it right around now, especially with the movie coming out. But yeah, 6.5 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. I just felt like, especially with the character development and how they kind of portray the characters, it was really flat and it was kind of predictable. Um, Even if you didn't know, even if you just read the first issue, you more or less knew what was going to happen from a logical perspective. So yeah. So again, 6.5 out of 10. And yeah, that's basically it for now. Subscribe, comment down below, like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you prefer. What are your thoughts on this? You know, should I give it a higher rating, lower rating? What are your thoughts? Comment all that down below, let me know. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.